Hey guys, my name is Freedom. Today I'm going to show you how to create any of your own terrains for your iClone 8 3D animation software and then send it to iClone 8. Make it become a terrain with all the correct collisions so that you can use it as a terrain in iClone 8 to allow your 3D avatar to walk on the terrains by using the motion director. And in this tutorial, we are going to use a software named Earth Sculptor. This is a free software, it has a free license. And then, the first step, what you are going to do is just scroll down, go to my video descriptions to get the Earth Sculptor. This is its official website. You can just go and download the free license, install it in your computer, and we can start. Now, you can see this is the Earth Sculptor's software. This one. Click here, File, New. Alright, now if I close it and I start from beginning, the Earth Sculptor, by default you are going to see this, and then you have to press F1. Press F1 to toggle that one, to toggle the tutorial. And then click File, New. Click File, New. And by default, you are going to choose as 257 times 257. Click OK. Now, this is a new terrain. And the first step, what you are going to do is just to click here. And then the details. This is the base texture, and the first one you can see, you can click 1, 2, 3, 4. The first one, just go and set the detail texture, and then by default it is under the Earth Sculptor texture folder, and you can choose any of the texture right here. Let's say if I want this to be a grassland, I can just choose and click open. Now you can see it already become the grassland. And all of these are the details. This can be a great terrain. And of course you can change the scale, you can just drag the scale to determine how big you want the texture to be. And sometimes you may want it to be bigger like this. Right. Next, you can just change the second detail texture. Just click and choose. Let's say maybe you want to have some rocky mountains at here. Then I'm going to choose the rock. And you can see in this folder, actually the location is at here. Right click it, choose the file explorer. This PC, it is at your C Earth Sculptor, the texture folder. Here, by default, it is just a few PNG. And then you can see a lot just because of I randomly add it into here. You can just go and go to the Google and search the PNG image of the texture. Just for example, I will show you here. Just search the, let's say, rock texture, and so I choose the image. And I also want to make sure that it is a square. So for example, this one. If I want to use it, then I may just save it. Let's say this one. I right click, save the image as, let's say, I save it on my desktop and name this as rock texture 01. Save and close. Now, during I use the Earth Sculptor, I can just go to the desktop. Just now it's at here. This one, the base texture. I set the detail texture. I can just change to the desktop. And where is the texture? You have to make sure it is PNG, and just now actually it is not PNG. This is a JPG, and you may just search for PNG, rock texture PNG image. And maybe I want to use this one. I click here. This one is okay. Make sure it is a square. Okay, right click, save the image as. Make sure it is PNG. I save it on my desktop. This is the rock texture 02. Save. Now it is on my desktop. This is the PNG. And back to the Earth Sculptor. Change the base, set detail texture. I choose the desktop. Now it is here PNG. Choose. And then you can see just now this is the grass. If I choose the second one with certain radius, I can just go and pin on here. But this is not repeated, so it is not good at all. I may just go and set another detail. It is at under C, Earth Sculptor, texture. I will choose another one, for example, the big rock face. Click OK. Now it changed already like this. Of course, you can change the scale, or you can set to other as well. You must choose a suitable one so that it have the seamless repeated texture. Let's say the mountain gray is okay. Now you also can just set the scale. You want it to be big or small. Right. Next, you can just go and sculpt it. This is the sculpting. Let's say if I want this to lift it up, the radius can change. I want this part to lift it up. If you change it to become a big strength, like this, then once you press it, it is going to go up, lift up immediately. To undo it, just click here to eliminate it. Let's say here I want to create a hill, a rocky hill. And then I can just go and pin on it, just back to here. Then change the radius to make it small. Radius, the strength. Make sure you activate everything like this. To paint it, to make it become a rocky hill. This one maybe you want to set as well. And now you can see there's a shader at here. Maybe you don't want to see it, you can just click here. This is the way that you don't want to see the lighting, so that you can see it very clear, view it very clear where to paint. You can paint it again. Now, maybe here you want to make a river, or you want to create a road. Right, now I can just select the third one, set the detail texture. And maybe I choose a mud road. Right, it can be this. Then I'm going to change the radius to make sure that I can paint a road like this, a path. The strength, I make it become a full strength. The softness, you can see it. That's it. This is the softness once. If I undo it and make sure the softness is 0, then it will be better because this is a road. Then I undo it. I want to paint a road like this. And of course, you can just go and search for any of the railroad texture. I already have it. And next, maybe I want to grow some grasses or to make a pool at here. First, I'm going to sculpt it. Sculpt a river, maybe just to pull it down. Right, here will be a river. Like this. To make sure it is deep enough. And now you can see this is a river. I can just activate and turn on the lighting and have a look. Now, to make a river here, maybe you want to make it deeper. Sculpt it. Alright. And maybe you want to make some river shore at here as well. Let's say the sand. Just go to add some sand. This is the desert sand, not this. It's okay. I can just add some sand at here. Open. And I'm going to just paint on that, just a little bit of the sand. And then at the bottom of the river, I may just go and paint for other texture like this. This is not texture, this is color painting. I may just paint on that, make it a full strength, to paint on that. I should choose it properly. Turn it on. Now this one, it doesn't work. So you better use this one. Just make it as the base. No, this is the road. And later you can fill some water here, but we don't fill it in this software. And here maybe you want to put some other texture. Maybe here. Here you can use the rock like this to make it logic. At least it look like the nature. Alright, once done already, you want to export it out. Then you can just save it first, click File. Okay, as demo, I'm going to just create a new folder on my desktop and name this as Terrain 01. So at here, I will just save it first so that next time I still can open by using the Earth Sculptor. Save the project. It is on my desktop, Terrain 01. I put it as Terrain 01. I click Save. Now, all of this at here already. Next, you can export the texture. Click click Export Terrain Texture, and make sure here you untick everything. You only left the detail. We don't want the color and the light. The size, if you are using the free versions, it is just up to 512. If you are using the paid version with the correct serial number, you can make it bigger like this. Just run. And as demo, I'm going to save it in the same folder, terrain01. The file name, I'm going to name this as texture. Save. Now, this is the texture. And later, next, we are going to export it as the OBJ. Export the OBJ. And the LOD, the level of detail, you can make it lower. And I'm going to export it here. Just click Run and export inside the same folder, the terrain01. Name this as terrain01. And now, it is already exported as OBJ. And in this tutorial, always remember, we are going to use the terrains inside the iClone 8 3D animation software. And then, next step is to open the iClone 8. Now, as demo, I'm going to just create a new project, start from beginning. The window, workplace, I will choose standard. Alright, by default, it is like this. So it is really simple, just drag in the OBJ. And next, click the material and drag in the texture.png like this. Right, now you can see. Next step is to adjust to make sure that the roughness, make it black. Just right click, adjust the color. The brightness, you make it become black like this. Then close it. Then you can see it have some light reflection like this. You have to scroll up. Make sure that the shader type you choose traditional. Then you can fix all the problem. And next, use a reference. Just choose the content. Choose an actor, an avatar, drag in. Then next, you are going to resize it. Now it is still a prop. It is not a terrain yet. So you can just press R and make it bigger. Make it bigger until it is logic. Alright, once done already, or you can even make it bigger. Now, just right click it, back to the scene, select it. Now it is selected, you right click it, convert to terrain, done. Once you already convert to terrain, back to the scene, just delete the avatar just now. Press delete to delete it. And this is a new terrain. Click the terrain and go to the content, save it as a custom. Then choose the terrain at here. Now this is a custom terrain. You just click save to name this as terrain03 because I already have two. I click save. Now this is the terrain03. Next time when you start a new project, you can use it immediately. Just double click the terrain03. It is under the custom terrain. Just double click it. Now this is your terrain. And of course, you can just apply any of your avatar here immediately. I will apply an avatar to test it, whether this terrain can be used. And now, this is a river. First, I may just create a water. Before that, I test it with an avatar under the template character. Right. I test with this and press F. Now, I'm going to give this scene a sky as well. The sky is at here. A clear sky, like this. Now, it already have a sky. And this avatar, I'm going to control it to walk on the terrain to have a test. Click the motion director, apply as a female. Click OK, click OK. Now I can control it to have a look. This is the terrain. You can see it really can walk on the terrain that created by me just now. And let's say if I want her to climb up this hill, yes, can climb. So this terrain really work on the collisions, and everything worked well. Right. Once done already, I click stop. And this is just the motion director functions. Just to make it a clip. And it will have the animations. Now click OK. And the window workplace, to just back it to the standards. Now, if you play, this avatar already have the animations. You can just have a look. This is the motion just now. She really can walk on the terrain. Alright, done. Next is the reverse parts. Here you can fill in with the water. Just go to here, apply some water. Let's say the deep flow. The river flow is okay. Now this is the water. Back to the scene. Where is it? The sky, the terrain, press F. Now river is here. Click the water. The size of the water, I may just want it to be smaller. The water size, let's say if I put 100, it will be smaller. Now it is exactly at the size of the terrain now. And the height here, maybe I want to put it as 100, 200. Just trying to adjust it. Then the width size, it's up to you. Now if I try to render like this to look at the water. Play. Now you can see the water is flowing. Of course, you can change the water direction as well. The water directions, here you have 360 degrees, you can change it. If you put it as 90, then it is going to flow with 90 degrees. So of course, you put it as 180, it is reversing the directions now, flowing in that way. So now this is a complete scene, and you may just want to add some of the plants. Go to the contents. Here, add some trees. Now, you can just grow some trees or some grasses like this. Start gardening. Now, it just simply doesn't show. So now, you can just create a scene at here. It doesn't show the grasses, maybe it is just a bug, and I'm going to restart the iClone later. By the way, this terrain already successfully created. It have the river, it have the sky, it have some plants, and the avatar can walk across the terrains. Everything works successfully, just except the grasses. Right, that's all for today about my tutorial on how to create any of your own terrain by using the Earth Sculptor and import into the iClone 8 3D animation software to make it become a terrain in iClone 8 and perform any of the 3D animations in your iClone 8. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. If you love my video tutorial, if you feel all these tutorials are very helpful to your 3D animation and game developing, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and also turn on the mini bell and select all, so that when next time I publish a new video tutorial or sharing, you receive a notification immediately. See you in my next video. Enjoy! Happy 3D animation, 3D modeling and game developing. See you!